What is cracking, you fishing jamokes? Once again, it is your boy Eastern PA Fishing here, and once again, we are on another fishing mission. As you guys might be able to see, it is snowing in the background. First snow of the year here in Pennsylvania. Not that it is gonna amount to anything. Not that snows in Pennsylvania anymore do amount to anything. Anyway, in the last video that I posted, I came to this particular spot and caught myself 15 stock trout in under 2 hours, which is pretty good. So hopefully today, despite it being super cold, we are gonna be able to do something very similar and catch ourselves a whole bunch of trout once again. None of the snow is really even sticking, which is just kind of annoying because it's just making everything wet. But it does make for some scenic late fall, early winter fishing. Let's see if we can get some more fish here. Pretty cold out here. Freaking hands are freezing. Before we get too far into this one, I just want to go over my setup. I know a lot of you guys want to know what I'm fishing with, but one of the reasons I don't always say what I'm fishing with is because sometimes it just becomes a repeat of information. Today, I have a medium power rod. I have a small reel on here. This one is a size 10 Silvermax Abu Garcia reel. I have it all spooled up with some 4-pound monofilament line. And of course, I have a 6-foot long fluorocarbon leader on there. I'm using a very tiny hook. I like to use a size 6 to 8 Aberdeen hook. And on there, of course, I have a Berkeley trout worm. Show you how I hook it up. You go right in the nose. This one's a little beat up, so it's gonna be hard to show you. But you go in the nose, come out whatever is gonna be the bottom. Doesn't really matter with these. Wherever you come out is gonna be the bottom. Pull it all the way up and spin it around. So you basically have a Texas rig. Measure up where it goes through, right there. Bend the worm and go right through the middle. Perfect rig every time. And I have a very tiny little split shot on here. Our split shot, the tiniest one that we have, is about a foot away from our worm there. So that is what I'm using to fish with today. Might have to re-rig because I think this hook is getting a little old. These little light wire hooks don't last forever. Hopefully we can pick up a couple trout here along the way. It's definitely gonna be a super lethargic bite due to the fact that it's so cold. Also, I'm sure since the last time I was here, some other jamoke was here as well, because here we go with the power bait fisherman. But can it still be done with lures? It's really cold out here. What is this, goose again? Might have been a bad idea to go fishing today. It is absolutely freezing out here, and this bite is absolute garbage. Well, when it comes to this stock, get it while you can, people. We were here 3 days ago, and I think from this particular spot, we caught about 10 or 11 of them. So it just goes to show you how quick these fish go sometimes. Well, all right, spot number 1, a bust. Oh man, at this point I'd like to just catch one. Seems like a lot of these holes got pretty beat up. Now, truth be told, there's still have to be a lot of trout left here. Chances are they have not all been taken. Have people come here with live bait and power bait, caught some and killed some? I am sure. However, there's no way that they're all gone. The reason that the bite is probably so terrible is just that it's so cold out. But we're still gonna fish until we catch at least one. I am not giving up today. Get up here on this rock, see if I can even see any out there. With the lack of sunlight, it's a little hard to tell. We might try up there under that little set of rapids. There's like one little spot in there, and I'm very curious if they threw any buckets there. They should have thrown a bucket right here. I would have thrown a bucket here. The snow's actually lasting a little bit longer than I thought it would. Still not sticking. We have some nice small flakes, which usually means it's not gonna stop anytime soon. Yeah, this hole right here, right after those rapids, there's gotta be some fish there. Just not playing easy to get. Oh snap, that was a freaking bite. Oh man. Well, Looks like he might have been going at the split shot. That stinks. That was definitely a bite. I'm telling you, if I can even just catch one today, I'll be happy. This is definitely a hole that's probably overlooked by a lot of people. I'm not really fishing this lure as much as I'd like to either. It seems like a lot of times these fish are triggered by the initial fall. Been fishing for about 45 minutes now, and we've only had one bite so far. In my last video, at about 45 minutes in, I'm sure I had probably about 7 or 8 fish at that point. If that goes to show you how much a creek can change in such a short amount of time. I'm about to make one more cast here and then move up just a little bit. Oh, are we getting a freaking bite? Maybe. Oh snap, there we go. Yes, finally. Freaking first one of the day. And we're probably gonna take it. Gotta have ourselves some lunch today. There we go. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it. See you, dude. Forget about it. We'll catch another one. Freaking took long enough. Hopefully we can catch one that's a little bit bigger than that. Oh snap, is that another bite? Oh man, my freaking drag wasn't set. That was next cast though. Dang it, why wasn't my drag set? Let's try another spot. Alrighty, back to this hole. The snow came and went, and there is absolutely no sign of it around anywhere. 1 trout, 3 bites. This has been a tough day. Back to this hole, do a couple casts here. Try to get down without sliding on my face. It's just one of those days, man. You gotta keep on moving. Bite has absolutely freaking come to a halt. Just got another bite. Hopefully it's not gonna be the only one. There we go, got this one. What do we got here? Got ourselves a brookie. Lean down to wet my hands. There we go, second fish of the day. Took long enough. Look at that little small fry. Beautiful little fish, but he is not gonna be a meal for us today. Yeah, sometimes the holes just need to heat up a little bit. Ah, that was a fish. This was the first hole we hit today. We couldn't get a bite here, but now I'm getting bit almost every other cast. Sometimes the creek just needs to heat up a little bit for the day. There we go, got this one. What do we got here? Another brookie. Once again, wet our hands. This guy ain't bad. Man, I'm telling you, these brooks like flip the heck around. There's another pretty one. Not too many little red and blue spots, but a lot of those yellow ones. There is number 3 for the day. Finally getting on some fish. What a day it has been, guys. All that work just to catch the few trout that I've caught so far. Was it all worth it? Honestly, absolutely. It's a good day to be outside. Weather wasn't too bad. I like the snow coming down. Makes it pretty scenic, even though it's not snowing anymore. It was just another great day to get out here, and I really wanted to hit this spot before it got beat to heck, which it seems like it might have been already, but it was still nice to come here and catch a few. That bite definitely came and went. I think that might be it for today, guys. These fish are just playing too hard to catch. Well, I bet you guys thought this one was over, but I lied. We're actually making our way to one last spot. Gotta hit this one up. I kind of didn't realize it was so easy to get to this spot until now, even though I've been fishing this creek for years and years at this point. This is another spot that they stocked, and hopefully there are some nice fish here for us to catch. If I can, I would like to catch one nice rainbow for lunch right before we get out of here and the GoPro dies. So let's see if we can make that happen. Well, I was not recording, but would you believe it? A nice freaking rainbow. Biggest rainbow I've caught from this stock all year. He's gonna be our lunch. Looks like coming down to this last hole did pay off, and I hooked him right through the eye too. He was really eyeing that lure, you could say. This guy's gonna be our lunch, so we're gonna go get him up on the bank before we lose him. Totally stinks we weren't recording, but we somehow made it happen. Gave up on that spot that we were at the entire freaking day. Was about to leave and come home, and just decided to stop here in hopes of catching myself some lunch. And what do you know, 2 casts in, caught myself a nice rainbow trout lunch. Now the question is, are there any more out here? Most likely, but I don't think too many will bite after that. Now it is officially the end of this video. I was able to come back down to that bridge and I caught myself a trout lunch. Had to hit 2 different creeks, 2 different spots entirely, even though they are part of the same stock. I'm just thankful that we aren't going home empty-handed today. If you've made it to this point in the video, you are the true MVP.